Logging in again here. Let's see, I've been pretty preoccupied building out the combat system here, so I can invite some other people to come in and sort of duke it out over some stars. But in the meantime, I've been just sort of checking in here and there to make sure that my scouts were continuing on to the next planet or the next star as they discover things and explored around. So, but there's some stuff going on now, and it's been a few turns, so I've managed to establish a few credits here, so got a little bit of spending power. So I'm gonna log in and make some changes. Let's see. I built another Foundation ship to send off to a pretty juicy looking planet that I found here in Delta Pictoris. And I've got that teed up to land here. It's an oxygen planet, so it'll be really easy to grow my population there. And I've got a lot of pyrite deposits, so that'll be a good win to get landed on there. But then also I'm finding as my scouts get further and further afield, they're spotting more and more stars out here on the map. So I think I'm now at the point I have this scout is teed up to go to Dispatch Omicron Piscium is the last place it is going. It's a good thing I checked in. So I'm going to have this scout take off for 43 Sagittarii, star 56. Let's see, Dispatch 35 star 56. All right, so that's now queued up. And so now we'll head off to that. But now we're getting to the point where there's enough stars that I'm actually going to have trouble covering the galaxy with just these two scouts. So I'm going to come back to my homeworld, and I'm going to tee up, let's call it 2 more scouts. And I got to be careful if I spend any additional money this turn, because these scouts actually don't get paid for until the shipyard actually goes to build it. So if I run out of money, if I spend all my money right now, then I won't have any money for my shipyard to complete construction of these ships. So gotta be careful what I spend, but I could probably fill out a little bit more infrastructure here in a couple of places. So let's take a look at this nitrogen planet here. This is doing pretty well. There's still a lot of pyrite here, so I'm going to build an additional mine, 2 additional mines. And that'll convert this a little more quickly. And then maybe if this runs down, then what I'll do is I'll have a lot of latinum, and then I'll convert some of these mines to banks, and that'll be good for paying off. I also want to keep an eye on this population number, because this population number is still dropping, or has dropped a little bit. So potentially just some folks dying off or whatever, but going to want to keep an eye on that as we go. And at some point I'll have an interface that I can sort of look at my whole empire and get a good report of all those things at once. But in the meantime, I have these scouts are still on the way. This transport ship is heading up here to set me up a new outpost, and I've got more and more galaxy to explore. So it's looking pretty interesting here. And yeah, like I said, I've been actively working on the combat system when I'm not logged in here and actually playing. So as soon as I have that done, I'm going to start inviting 1 or 2 friends in to set them up. And then if I cross paths with them, then they'll actually be a way for us to fight each other. But I think that's going to be it for today, because I want to make sure that I have enough money for those scouts to get built. Yeah, that's it for today.